in the beginning, it was just purely, this is cool, this looks good, this goes with my outfit. And then it became more about how it would make me feel when I put it on.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Watch You're Wearing. Today we have one of the hosts of the popular watch podcast, The Waiting List, Long Long, here with us.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Why don't we start with a brief introduction of yourself? How did you get into collecting in the first place?
Well, everyone calls me Long or Long Long. I started collecting the first time in 2012 when I was still in Singapore. And then I moved to Hong Kong at the end of 2017. And then I would say that was like the second time I got into it. So it's been a while, but then I think only finally now I'm starting to like understand exactly what I like and being very focused. Yeah.
So it's been about a journey of 10 years, but now you're finally finding
understanding
yourself.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people buy watches because they want to mark a special occasion or something, but do you normally approach your watches like that, or is it like you get attracted by the movement, the mechanical aspect, or the aesthetic? What is it that draws you into watches?
Okay, so I definitely do not buy watches to mark any special occasion, and I used to feel very like embarrassed about it, I would say. But now I'm definitely very confident in saying the way I buy is that I haven't sold anything, not that it's a brag, but it's just that I haven't reached that point in my life where I can part with anything, so I'm still hoarding, I guess. But I use it kind of to look back and form some kind of like timeline where I can understand how I've grown and which part of my life I'm currently at, and then how my taste has evolved, right? So even with the way I've like placed this on the tray, I can tell you specifically how I used to dress, which point in my life I was at, and it just speaks such a good story for me, and that is how I collect. And then in the beginning, it was just purely, this is cool, this looks good, this goes with my outfit, and then it became more about how it would make me feel when I put it on. So I think for some people, they wear a watch and they would say it's an extension of them. So it's like, this watch is a Patek Calatrava, and I'm a very quiet, introverted person. But for me, it's more like a costume. So it's the way superheroes go, okay, at this moment I put this on and I'm like this. And I always use this as an example because people think it's ridiculous, but I have a RM10, so a Richard Mille, right? And I actually wear it when I feel like today is the day I have to run a lot of errands. I need to wear sweats and I need to go to supermarket. And people don't understand that, but it's not about the price. It's just how it makes you feel when you wear it.
So RM makes you feel like you want to go get groceries.
Yeah, it makes me go like, okay, no time being wasted. You're hustling, you're like running here and there. It's not a watch that you wear to be like, it's time to go for a super nice dinner.
Right,
yeah.
Right. It's like you're get shit done watch.
Yeah, get shit done, wear sneakers, get going, yeah.
I do feel the same a little bit when I wear Cartier. Like, you know, when today I feel like a classy guy.
Yeah.
I need to be a classy guy for at least half a second, and I'm just gonna put it on, right? Like, you know, I'm a bourgeois guy, you know. So, So yeah, it definitely kind of gives you that feeling.
Yeah.
But like you mentioned that you've laid them out. Is this some sort of chronological order that you have? Like, which one was the earliest piece that you got?
So this kind of, this would be a snapshot of about like 4 to 5 years of my time in Hong Kong. When I came at the end of 2017, I made a decision to not get watches because I knew it was super accessible here. A lot of people come here as a place to shop around, to pick up stuff. So I was determined not to even walk into a single watch store. And then at the end of 2018, I had a client from Singapore that was coming to AP House to pick up something, and it was a green-faced perpetual calendar. And he said, hey, meet me at AP House, so on and so on. I meet him there, downstairs, and I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for you down here, and you go upstairs. And he was kind of like, it's kind of rude, you know, because it's a happy, special occasion. But I was just like, no. And then finally I went up there and I kind of sat there and I was just happy for him. And I was like, no, it's okay. I'm not here to shop. Like, And of course, AP was gracious enough to like come up with a tray of like millineries, which I think on hindsight like helped a lot because millineries are like not my thing. And I was just like, hey, thank you very much, but blah, blah, blah. Walked away, didn't think much about it. But I think that kind of re-sparked everything. And from that day onwards, I spent nearly every weekend going to TST, opposite Mira Hotel. They have, oh sorry, it's on the same side as Mira Hotel. If you just walk around, there's a lot of secondhand stores. And that was the first time I looked into like the secondary market and bought something vintage. So that would be my first piece. And it says a lot about my character back then, and it's still consistent now, which is I'm extremely introverted, I'm very shy. I actually never went in. So I would walk on the outside of this really famous store that has a double-sided mirror and just constantly walk back and forth and then walk away. And then many weeks later, the guy comes out and he's like, we can see you, like you're doing this all the time, can you just come in? And then
Stop being
like,
so weird,
yeah,
you look like
I
you're
know.
planning some
I
heist.
know. So then I eventually went in, and only on the inside, in the section that wasn't, I guess to them, wasn't considered very like hot pieces, I found this piece, this AP, which I would say, so this is a day date, yellow gold with the moon phase, but this piece only got popular about 3 years ago when a collective man and a bunch of these sites like started posting it and they photographed it really well. But back then I was just like, what piece can I wear from morning till night and not have a lot of people think much about it? I know like now, I mean, with better understanding, I understand a yellow gold piece will always be flashy and loud. But in my mind, I always thought, even with my jewelry, I actually think, well, I'm wearing it in a way that isn't delicate. Like I play tennis with it, I do a lot of stuff with it, so wouldn't it be the same that I never take it off? It's my daily beater. So that was how I came to get this piece. And yeah, I was just in love with it, and I was actually very convinced, like this is it, and this will be the watch that will bring me from 2018 up to, I don't know, like 2030. This is what I thought, right? So I was happy with it. And it was also the first time I thought, hey, I'm gonna try 36mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't bothered by that it had a closed case back. I loved that it was hefty, it was heavy. I loved that it was kind of scratched up even. And yeah, I just loved it.
That's the thing, because like if it's pristine, you're gonna be worried about wearing it, doing stuff, because then you put on the first scratch, it's like, oh no.
I know.
Right? But now it's kind of like, oh, it's a bit baggy, it's okay.
And this is what I usually travel with the most, even though it doesn't, it's not even, I wouldn't say it's very functional, especially on the plane when it's dark. I can't even see the time.
Do you ever set the moon phase or like the?
I used to be like, oh yeah, it's like 初一十五, like Chinese people need to look at the moon and we whatever, but now I'm just like, it's a very romantic thing. I've always been in love with like moon phases, perpetual calendars, with the way it makes me feel. And with this, if you talk about feelings, it made me feel like, wow, you're efficient and you're also feminine, but you're efficient. Like you get stuff done. Yeah. Yeah. So this is my this is my first one.
Okay.
And then I move on to this piece, right? So after getting this piece, I kind of felt like there was a legitimate reason for me to now go and explore the brand, even though it wasn't my first time understanding AP, but I thought now you can walk into AP without feeling like I'm troubling them, because I know they're busy, but I just wanted to be like, from this piece, which was in the 1980s, like what has happened to AP? So I wanted to understand it. And I went in and they were very, very nice to me. And I used to go to, I mean, the boutique is still there, IFC. And I'll go after work and very little traffic. And I would actually feel very safe because there was nobody in the boutique, and I would feel like, oh, no one's looking at me, and I don't even know if I'm asking dumb questions. And I remember there was a poster of this. So the piece wasn't out. There was a poster, and now looking back, it was extremely photoshopped. It was like, I mean, the hand was like perfectly placed and everything. And it was really, really nice. And I thought, well, if it's so nice in the photo, in real life, it's gonna be 10 times nicer, right? I was also like, who is Carolina Bucci? Like, I knew nothing. I'm not a huge jewelry person as well, despite like wearing a lot of jewelry. I don't really understand. I can't tell you anything about diamonds, nothing. I was just like, this is the first time that I've seen a collab done so well that it feels seamless. That if you didn't tell me this was a collab, I would just assume AP
This is
did
what
it.
yeah.
And I always feel like the best collabs in the world are seamless. You can't really tell who put in X amount of effort and input, but it just flows and it just makes sense. But with this story, I think the highlight for me is wearing it, feeling something, but not having been able to express it, and then finally meeting the designer, Carolina Bucci. And I told her, can I just describe to you what I feel when I wear it? And then I heard her story and I realized, oh my God, it matched without ever hearing a single interview she did. And then I thought, that's great design. When someone sits somewhere halfway across the world, designs it, and then it actually gets translated into the watch. I wear it, I feel it. And she said to me, this is exactly how I wanted it to be worn. I wanted it to be stacked with a bunch of jewelry, which I used to wear it, like how I would used to wear it. And it was meant to be worn every single day with all types of outfits. And I just felt like a real deep connection. And I thought, okay, like I'm now very invested in the brand based on this. And also because I will always say this, because I know a lot of people who listen to this now will be like, well, AP is different now. Like, what is AP? I can never get a piece. But back then, it was just so good. You know, like you could go in and you could be like, can I tell you my life story? And be like, yeah, I want to listen to your life story. So I could describe my life from 2012 till now. And they really understood what I was looking for. And this was apparently the first piece that was ever issued. And so I just felt like I'm a nobody, I shouldn't have gotten it. So I was determined to just wear it to bits and to wear it the way it was supposed to be worn and to talk to as many girls as I could about like, hey, I think you should look at watches.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel very different. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned that you speak to girls about watches, but I actually feel like this piece could be easily worn by a guy as well.
Yeah, I know.
The size actually is quite nice.
Yeah, but you have to remember, like this back then, like I don't think guys were so into smaller watches. I know there was a rapper called J Baldwin. He wore it, and it made me go like, yes, you know, guys are getting into these kind of watches. And every time I would go to a G2G, I would actually be scared because guys were squeezing their hands into it, and I'll be like, if it breaks, right? Yeah. But yeah, now I see a lot of guys with the frosted pieces.
Yeah.
But this has definitely been like, I've never bumped into anyone with one. And every time I've flown to different places in the world and I've gone to an AP, the sales have been like, can I just see it? Because we never got a piece, can I see it? Yeah.
Wow, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned a little bit about going to GTGs as a girl. Like now we're starting to see more female collectors come in. Do you have any advice for these collectors? What to look out for, how they should be approaching collecting?
I think I try to, I know this sounds really dumb, but I feel like when you taint someone with this experience, then they don't get to experience what I experienced, which is being like, what is Omega, what is Rolex, and finding out for yourself. If I go in now, which I've done sadly to some of my family members, and been like, no, you can skip the J12, and you know, I feel like they don't understand what they're doing, and they'll say to me, why am I looking at a reverso when I clearly want the Chanel in that shape? And I actually can't explain it other than you will thank me one day, like, you know. So I try to just tell them, buy something that you really will wear to death, and that feels like you. Even if, I mean, before we were recording, I was telling you I had a Hublot Big Bang phase. If it just feels good during that period of time, it's good enough.
Yeah,
and you can justify why you bought it. Yeah.
So really just trust your heart.
Yeah.
Just trust your heart.
Yeah.